P2V?
I'm sorry, who is this?
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. The wireless customer you called is...
See, this is they're faking to be the IRS. They're saying the internal revenue. They're hanging up on me now. So let's just. You think they think I'm gonna play? I got like 5 different phone numbers. So these guys called and they left me a message that they're gonna submit my warrant for my arrest out to a private they're a private company. The first call was they were gonna submit a warrant out for my arrest, so I cussed them out. So we then I said that's not how the IRS works. They're calling me and I'm a bookkeeper, so I'm gonna harass them. So let me see if I can find my Google Voice. Here we go. This doesn't even, okay, you can't, guys, I'm gonna 202, I'm telling you their number. 379. The IRS will never call you. They will send you a letter if you are behind on your taxes, and it will have your name. They will know your name. So this is so fake.
I could not complete your call.
Yeah,
Please try
they
again.
changed their number because I already called them and I told them that they are not true. I actually cussed them out. I said a few cuss words. Sorry, God, I know I'm trying to quit cussing, but this just ticks me off because you know what they do is they get the number from like these old ladies and they call them and say, we have a warrant for your arrest. The IRS does not issue you a warrant for your arrest. Before there's a warrant for your arrest on back to taxes, first of all, that's bullcrap because they'll just take your money. They don't warrant your arrest. It's the IRS. So you would get a notice. You would get a paper notice. Ain't nobody calling you from the IRS because they do not have time to deal with you. They are the IRS. So you will get a paper notice. If you get a paper notice from the IRS, then you need to take it to your CPA or your enrolled agent, or better yet, your tax attorney. Okay? And I'm going to be clear here. If somebody calls you up and says there's a warrant out for your arrest, that is not how the IRS works. So this number here is 202-379-4912. You go ahead and you tell them that they are full of crap and there is no warrant out for your arrest, because first of all, the IRS doesn't just submit them. There is a court process that things have to go through. And the police would show up at your door and you would have the chance to go in and plead your case. But before even all of that happens, because that ain't going to happen, the IRS isn't going to just go, looks like that person owes tax money. I'm going to throw them in jail for tax evasion or whatever the IRS does. There's a whole process. You're going to get a letter. You're going to have a chance to plead your case. There's going to be some communication back and forth. They're going to tell you you need a bookkeeper. I can guarantee you that. And if you're working a real job, and filing taxes every year, you're not getting a letter from the IRS. I can guarantee you. So you take it to your accountant. If somebody calls you, I would just cuss them out. For real. Like this place won't even let me cuss them out because they know they're fake. Because if they were fake, they wouldn't be hanging up on me when I'm like, who is this? You want to leave me a message saying you're from the IRS? No, boo. You are not. And you are not don't call me because I will report you. This is a scam. So, I like to have a little fun with them, but they won't let me. I was going to have some fun with them. Show you all what you say and how you deal with these. Don't even call them back if you don't want to have fun. If you want to have fun, go ahead. And they're like, what's your name? I'm like, you're calling me. You should know my name. What's your name and zip code? You should know my name and zip code if you're calling me. And I will be honest, the IRS isn't calling my personal phone. The IRS I have to call the IRS. That's how it works. Because the IRS don't have time for me to be calling me. They got too many different things to deal with. They don't have time to call me. I am not that important to them. $300 or $3,000 or whatever this company's trying to scam me money for, they don't have time for that nonsense. That's bullcrap. The IRS has bigger fish to fry, and I'm not one of them. So they would send a letter, like I said like a million times. I think I'm like repeating myself over and over again. But they would send a letter, and then I would have to call them and deal with it. And before I called them, I would contact my enrolled agent. I would contact them. You always contact a professional. Don't deal with the IRS directly. Make sure it's an enrolled agent, CPA, or a tax attorney, because you don't. Let's just say in the real world you did owe a debt. They're not putting a warrant out for your arrest for the debt. Worst case scenario is they'll go after your paycheck, and there will be no warrant. You get a court. The IRS just. They're the IRS. You think they're going to issue a warrant? No, they'll just take your money. They have the power to do that type of stuff. It's like, this is crazy. So, I can't, I know, I've never been in trouble with IRS, so I don't know the process. I did owe them taxes. I don't know. It was so long ago. Chelsea was a baby. She's 17 now. So I owed them like $600. They sent me a letter. I said, "What's this?" And they said, "Oh, you forgot to file this and such." So I went ahead and filed this and such, whatever it was. And then I was like, "Well, I don't have the money." And it was around tax time, so they said, "We're just going to take it from your tax return." And then they took that and whatever interest built up. I'm like, fine, whatever. So. Okay, the IRS just took it from my tax return. They didn't issue a warrant for my arrest because that's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not how it works. So if anybody tries to say they're going to issue a warrant for your arrest, you tell them that Faylene said, chew them out. And I'm sure there's not that many Faylenes in the world that are going to get to know my name. So you go ahead, say, Faylene said chew you out. She's a bookkeeper, and this is what she does for a living, and she told me this, and I can chew you out. I've got her permission because you guys are scam artists. I hate people that try to scam money. They're dishonest. I just have this certain level of, I don't like that, Don't try to do that. It's wrong. Make an honest living. Whatever. Don't listen to these people. So I want you to make sure if you have a neighbor or somebody that you think might fall for the scam, and it's usually old people, you tell them. If the IRS ever calls you, you hang up on them or cuss them out. Because I'd like to, my grandma's not alive, but I think it would be funny as heck if my grandma cussed out the scammer on the other end. So I'd like to see some old people cussing out the scammer. So if you got some links that you can provide me, like put it down in the comments on YouTube of some old people cussing out the IRS scammer, that would be absolutely hilarious because that's what I think we need. Maybe I need to find somebody that's old the next time these people call, or maybe I'll try back tomorrow and have them, we'll call the IRS because, seriously. And I'm going to get it on video the next time I call. Maybe I'll change my voice because I think they know my voice by now because I done called and cussed them up. My daughter done called and cussed them up and down. And then I thought about it afterwards. And I'm like, let me video this. But then you heard they hung up. So I'm going to shut up now. I keep saying over and over again. I'm going to shut up. All right. Peace. Faylene, Bookkeeping Made Simple.